Guys, it's your boy Az. We are back here with another video today, and today we are actually hitting a pretty big milestone. We are going to be hitting 1,140 days tomorrow, but fortunately tomorrow I won't be able to do the recording, so we're going to do it today, and it's 1,139 days right now, but it'll be 1140 tomorrow, and that's a long time we've been playing the game. That's pretty much 3 years and a little bit. And yeah, it's pretty insane. Today we're going to go over my roster, what I'm currently working on, basically my arena teams, and then we'll talk about some Dark Dimension stuff. But yeah, I also get a lot of comments about people asking if I am free to play, and I am. And usually I do this at the start of my other videos as well. But we're going to go into my, my iTunes purchase history, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to load it up. But yeah, essentially we'll take a look at my history, and you guys can have a look firsthand, just you know, if I have spent money on the game, that sort of thing. So we'll scroll down here to the purchase histories, and then we'll basically go to when we first started playing the game, so that way you guys can see that you know, you guys can see where so you guys can see my account's been active since 2012, but the game actually came out back in it came out originally in April, but then it actually came out early for Canada, Australia, and there were some other ones as well. So you guys can see here, I played a few other games, but here we'll just see where it was. Marvel Strike Force. When did I first install it? I think I might have missed it actually. Let's just see here. There we go. So Marvel Strike Force, obviously back then it was with Fox Next, but now Scopely's taking it over. So we installed that December 18th, 2017. And then we'll scroll up here because that's basically shows you the end of December, and yeah, we'll go back here now. I don't know if I'm hitting the wrong button here, but anyways, yeah, we'll go back to the 90 days again, and yeah, so that's 2017, and then we'll show you 2018 in a nutshell, and obviously we're kind of going backwards here because December's at the top, but you guys can see here. You know, basically all the stuff I installed and downloaded, and I did make an app purchase on Pokemon Go right there, so definitely using the account. Obviously that time yeah, we had to buy a lot of Poke Coins because we had lots of raids going on. Great game, still kind of play it here and there, but yeah, it's definitely lost a bit of steam since COVID happened. And yeah, just downloading stuff here and there. Yeah, so as you can see here, scrolling down, now we're back at January at the top here. I'm gonna try hitting this 2018 button. Oh, so we can go backwards that way. Okay, cool. So now we go to 2019, same thing. I did make a purchase as well. I just forgot. Whoa, what happened? Yeah, that's why we have the Safari here. Sometimes it just exits out, and yeah, it kind of glitches out. That's the Apple brand for you. Anyways, we'll go back to 2019, and we'll have a look at yonder here, and yeah, you guys can see here we downloaded Disney because Disney came out back then, and as you guys see here, I did buy an iCloud purchase plan as well. That was I had some photo issues, and we had to you know, expand some memory. I was running low on space, so that's why I did that. But as you guys can see here, yeah, we went to before COVID happened, we were in Hawaii, and we had this Maui guide, which was really good actually. I do recommend it. It's pretty good. But anyways, yeah, as you guys see here, everything's pretty much zero, and yeah, no Marvel Strike Force purchases. And why did I do that? Hit back again. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're gonna finish off here. I don't think I've done anything in 2021 yet, just because I haven't really installed anything this year. But 2020, same thing. We'll go through it quickly here, but yeah, you guys won't really find any of the app purchases with any dollar signs relating to Marvel Strike 4 anyways. So hopefully that gives you guys some evidence. I know lots of people are always saying, hey, that's BS, you're not free to play, but hey, I do this every time I do these. So anyways, we're gonna jump back into the game here, and like I said, we're gonna go over my roster now, and hopefully give you guys an idea of what I am currently building and working on. But before that, let's jump into my profile. So as you guys can see here, that's my alliance I'm with, all Spark Heroes. Shout out to all the guys that I play with. Awesome group of guys, and yeah, we're always having fun. A total collection power is 9.4, and yeah, I think that's pretty respectful considering I haven't spent a single dime on the game. And there is a couple of guys on our alliance too that are similar power levels as well, and they're also completely free to play. So definitely in that range. I've seen some other guys too. I got another buddy. He's been playing for 2.5 years, and his power is like over 10. He just got some really good pulls on characters, and he doesn't hoard as much as me, so good for him. War MVP 34 times, 156 characters collected, 120 at max, and then all-time arena rank. I have reached 1 a few times, so definitely just depends on the luck and the circumstances and who's attacking me. And then currently sitting at 41, and latest blitz rank 1399, which isn't bad. And then as you guys will see there, my blitz wins is probably one of my higher stats, because yeah, I do go pretty hard on the blitzes, especially now that we do have auto sims, and that's just been amazing for everybody. But yeah. Anyways, so as you guys can see here, that's my roster, and we can basically jump into the game now and take a look at my characters. And yeah, and like I said already, guys, I'm 100% free to play. So I know even if this roster seems like it's not free to play, it's just I've been playing the game so long, I've had time to build this up. And I mean, I gotta be honest, I think the time I've played almost is more important than spending money in a game sense, because yeah, that means I've had, you know, that much more days earning power cores, earning blitz credits, playing blitzes, going through their different events. And yeah, I mean, the total energy I've had and the power cores I've had and all the resources that I've saved up over time, I mean, in a sense, I'd say that's probably more important than spending money, or equivalent to people spending money. But anyways, let's take a look at the roster. So at the top of the list here, we got some characters that I am starting to gear towards level 80 here and getting them ready for Dark Dimension 4. We are how close are we? We're 510 out of 512, so we're almost level 80. Okay, so that's perfect. I mean, we're getting really close, and by that time I can start upgrading some of these guys once I turn 80. Mr. Sinister, he's gonna be a big one because he's future proof, so that's why I've put a lot of red stars and upgraded him to 6. Same with Phoenix and Ebony Maw and Thanos. I just lucked out with those ones with the 5-star drops. 6-star drop on the Strife as well on another video I had, and so forth. And as you guys can see here, most of my higher ranking characters are all Black Order, because you gotta have Black Order to stay competitive in the arena. Emma Frost, she counters the Black Order, so that's why I've got her. Black Bolt, obvious reasons for raids. Colossus, I had a 5-star drop on him, which was nice. And then of course he pairs well with Phoenix, so that's why he's leveled up pretty nicely. And then of course we're starting to get into some of the lower characters, but still pretty high up there because of the drops. Proxima still farming. Carnage, part of that symbiote team. Vulture, lucky I had a 6 red drop on him. Invisible Woman, lucky I had a 5-drop red. 5-drop red on the symbiote Spidey as well. Magneto, we had an event I think, and that's why I got the 5 red on him, so that was kind of nice. Anti-Venom event, was able to 5-star him, just able to make it because I was blitzing like an animal. And then of course we got Hela there as well for obvious reasons. We've got her tier 14, and she's going to be pretty big. Lots of people are asking me who I'm going to be gearing for Dark Dimension 4, and I'll briefly talk about that in a sec here after we go to the roster. But yeah, Anti-Venom, Loki, Scream, part of that Scream event. Let's see here. We got Minerva. She's finally farming in the war store, so I've been trying to farm her. Same with Ghost as well. She's just trying to get her to 5 right now, so at least when Jubilee comes along, we will have a chance to unlock her. And then moving down here, yeah, I've upgraded Ultron a bit on the ISOs because that way he can still stay sort of competitive in the game here. And then moving down, you guys can kind of just see some of the crappier characters I have, or less crappy, excuse me. They're just not as strong as my elite characters. But yeah, these are specifically the ones I haven't really been focusing more on in terms of tiering or gearing. They've been there, and they've been probably sticking around the same power level for a while. Doc Ock, I'm trying to work for right now because we're definitely probably going to bring him into Dark Dimension 4. And yeah, so forth. I'm just going to scroll down here. I don't think I need to talk about every character, otherwise this video will take a million years. And as you guys see here, like just being smart with your resources, right? Getting some really crappy drops as well. I did get a 6 on that sniper, and yeah, I mean, you're kind of like on the fence. Do you level him or do you not? I mean, he's 6 reds. So anyways, yeah, that kind of sucks. Zemo, got him to 5 thanks to the blitzing and the RTAs. Same with Yo-Yo, had some really good blitzing on her when she first came out last year, and then of course, or a couple years ago, sorry. And also had the premium orbs on her, got like 100 orbs or 100 fragments of her, so that was pretty good. What else do we got? yeah, just now you're just kind of getting down to the straggler nows, and I mean, yeah, these characters are still pretty solid, but haven't really worked on them as much as the other ones at the top. And as you're kind of moving down now, basically all the crappy minions I haven't worked on. And yeah, you don't want to waste resources on Stitcher or the Ravagers or some of these other crappy tunes. And of course, at the bottom here, we because we've been so focused on getting everybody up to level 79 in preparation for Dark Dimension 4. We've got these guys kind of left in the dust here, but that's fine. I did bring most of them up to 50, so I can guarantee them anytime I want, but we're just holding off on the resources until I can figure out, until I can allocate most of that towards the characters I'm using for DD4. But yeah, these are all the new guys. Kitty Pride, we were able to do pretty well in her blitzes, and we'll probably most likely 4-star her after, you know, we'll 4-star her. We've got Shatterstar there as well. We were able to get some decent shards on him on his event. And then, of course, we got Longshot. I was able to get the 100 shards times 2 on the blitzes. And same with Yelena as well. So you guys can see that because I have them unlocked at 4 reds. And I've got them pretty much at 4 stars as well. So that's my characters. So now let's just quickly go over some questions. I've gotten a few questions on Discord, and I figured I'd just use this chance to kind of address it all at once, because I figured that's probably the easiest way to go. One of my first questions, and I've been getting lots of them, is who am I taking to Dark Dimension 4? So for Dark Dimension 4, you wanna basically aim towards having a strong suited characters for the runs. And I mean, I think everyone's already kind of gone through it and seen a lot of people using Sinister. So Sinister is definitely one choice right now. As you can see, I've got him level 79. He's gonna be waiting. He's 6 reds. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Emma Frost as well, debuff removal, blind, and then she works well with Mr. Sinister as well. So kind of no-brainer as well. And then that's kind of where 2 global characters, that's going to serve really well, because you want global characters prioritized, so that way if you finish those first few nodes, and it seems like people are doing it pretty fast, because Dark Dimension 4 has been basically told, you know, people are saying that it's easier than Dark Dimension 3, which is good, which is exactly great for us. So you want to prioritize global characters, because those first 3 nodes probably won't take you long. And then again, we're kind of going after the global characters. So I'm thinking of, right now, I'm currently working on Ghost as well, and trying to get her up as well to tier 15. First we got to get her to 80, or first we got to turn 80. And then that's pretty much my 3 globals. I've got 3 globals there, and then I'm trying to figure out who the other 2 are. Obviously, because we have 2 mutants and 1 tech already, that puts our mutant materials a little bit of a disarray. So we want to make sure we can focus the other characters on the other materials, which is, you know, we've got the cosmic materials, and then we've got bio materials, and then we also have skill materials. So trying to figure out who I'm working up for that. Proxima is a cheap one for skill, so I'm thinking about her right now as an entry point. I think she's a sound option. Just do keep in mind though, because she's not global, if you level her up, you know, you won't be able to use her for the next set of nodes after. So just keep that in mind. And of course, if we're talking about cosmic nodes as well, we also got to talk about Thanos, and he's one I'm thinking about just because of the fact that I've got him high on my reds already. He's also level 79 because of the arena, and of course he's gonna form synergy with Proxima. So that's kind of my 5 right now that I'm thinking of starting, and that'll probably mix, match, and change depending on which way I go. If you guys also notice, I didn't pick any legendaries, because basically after the first 3 nodes, you won't even really be able to use legendaries. So I'm just going to hold that off until we can get through those legendary nodes first. So I don't know if that helps you guys out, but that's basically the team that I'm currently working on right now. And as you guys can see, like, we're pretty close to level 80, and I do have a lot of the materials. I'll have some, I had some huge orb openings on the war elite orbs as well, and that gave me a lot of the materials that I needed for that. So I'll have that in the description for you guys if you guys want to take a look. But anyways, let's move on to the next question. The next question is, what am I doing for arena teams? So I think everyone's gonna agree with me here. Is everyone's running Black Order, so that's why I'm trying to get these guys up geared and tiered and as high as they can, because the bigger the Black Order, that's the arena shard I played in. And I think you know, I think everyone's kind of getting into a mix of that. If you're a newer player, that's probably not going to be an issue for you. But as you guys can see here in my arena shard, like, I've got a really old shard, and we've got some pretty big boys in here. We got No Boomer, we've got you know, you've got Valley Flying as well right here. And then we also have Casino in the mix here. I don't know where he's at right now. And yeah, just a shout out to my buddy 8Bader here as well. He's also free to play. And yeah, I try not to attack him because yeah, we're both free to play, and try to give us a good chance, a fighting chance in this arena shard. Because yeah, it's a tough arena shard. Like it's a lot of big teams here, and I don't know. Oh, there's Casino. Oh wow, he's really dropped down a bit. Okay, well, anyways, yeah. Anyways, you know, as you can tell, like these guys have massive rosters, right? Like 13 million. We can go up to New Boomer. I think he's up there as well. What is it? 12 million. So yeah, as you guys can tell, like when you're free to play, I mean, your collection power is probably 4 or 5 mil less than all these guys. I mean, yeah, and a lot of these guys that are at the top, I mean, these guys are. Oh, this guy actually has a pretty respectful collection power. He's got less collection power than me, but look at his BO team though, 689. Shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. And yeah, to these guys that are up in the high ranks here, like 9.1. Okay, so that's not bad either. But wow, that's impressive. If you guys are free to play as well, I don't know if you are, but very impressive if they are. But yeah, big BO teams. And now, if you notice here, we've got big massive BO teams, and essentially the team that I'm using to take down these 700k or 650k BO teams, like any one of these is a good attack for me. And the team that I'm running is this Emma Frost, Black Bolt, Mr. Sinister, Phoenix, and Colossus team. And believe me, guys, this team can punch up quite a bit. Like I've punched up to the 700k teams in one. And we're not going to do the gameplay because I don't want to go through that. If you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know and I can do another gameplay video. But I'll add in the description my arena team of a previous time. I think back then the characters weren't as high and some of the power level was a little bit less, but it's pretty much the same team that I'm running, and I've got a video recorded already of that, so no point in trying to double dip ourselves. So that's the arena team running, and of course, because I'm trying to stay within that top 50 range, it gives me a lot of power cores, right? It gives me 200 power cores, and that's why that actually leads into the next question here. People are always asking me, how do I have so many power cores saved up? So that's how I always hoard, and I always try to save the cores for events. That's really the only time I use it. I use it for energy refreshes, but really, even the race to level 80, you know, it wasn't really that big of a deal to me because I didn't even have the Dark Dimension 4 materials yet. So what's the point, right? What's the point of wasting your power cores and trying to level up yourself fast? I think even with my energy refreshes, look, I got 230 out of 500. I could totally use them up right now and just probably blast to level 80. But yeah, there's just, like I said, there's not really a big rush for me to do that. And right now I'm just not finding the urge to. You're just kind of wasting your resources. Anyways, okay, so we'll go into the next question here. Raid teams. Gotten this a bit as well, and let's see here. Raid teams, I've already got some video footage on the teams that I've been using, but essentially I'm running the same team as everybody else. Whoops, why do I have Black Order? We're running symbiotes here, and pretty much these guys will take you right to Ultimus. Of course, my symbiote teams is pretty beefed up here. All these guys are pretty much tier 14 as well, so keep that in mind. Some pretty big teams. Let's see here. They're Carnage is 109, Venom's 104, 95k on Scream, 98k on Anti-Venom, and then 103, or it was like a 3. I'm not sure if it's a 3 or okay, we'll just say 103. It looks weird here, I don't know why. But yeah, that's the team that I'm running, and they'll take you straight to Ultimus. And like I said, I got video footage of that as well. I'll put that in the description for you guys. We're not going to run that because, yeah, waste of time. But that's what I'm running for my raids. And you can pretty much auto the first few nodes. And then the last bit is kind of where you have to pay a bit more attention to. But it's a pretty straightforward team. Now with these other raids, I mean, yeah, we got these new ones now going on. And I mean, it's kind of random teams that I use. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just basically, you know, I try to run just my strongest teams and I throw them in there in auto. And I think right now we have you know, military tag and all that for the event, so it's my teams have all kind of been random, but that's what I'm using. Sorry that doesn't help you guys out, but for beta raids I think it's pretty straightforward. Most people are kind of running random teams as well. It's Ultimate 7 I think people are asking me about, and then as you guys see here, I've got a ton of resources as well. And actually I should be buying some stuff here. What am I doing? Yeah, I've got a ton of raid credits, as you guys can see, and I haven't really been using them either because usually we need them for materials, and I mean, we've got a ton of materials. So just saving them up for a rainy day, and same with these orbs. Haven't really used them either, just saving them up. We didn't really have a blitz, or not a blitz, an orb or opening event, so just been saving them since. So that's my raid teams there. And last point we will touch here, guys, and I'll leave you guys with, is the fact that we are running Dark Dimension. So keep in mind, I have been playing the game for over 3 years now, so we'll just go over my people were kind of curious what I did in Dark Dimension 1. Dark Dimension 1 doesn't really matter. I think most people will beat Dark Dimension 2 before Dark Dimension 1, but as you guys see here, I never really kept on. Look at this, I time elapsed 2 years, so I basically, you guys can see what I used there. I used some really weak ass teams back in the day. I think shield teams, just some random characters I had that were 6 yellows. So really doesn't really matter what you use, but basically you want a bigger, beefier team. And I mean, look, even the shield team had issues with clearing it, and now all my teams are so big. But anyways, we've had this time elapse for over 2 years now. Now, how did I do? So in completion, let's see here. Time run took forever. Look at that, like 200k. But completion, because I was such an early player, I was actually the 500th player to finish the game. Or finish this game when it first came out. So that's not too bad. I think a lot of these guys have already quit now. Like a lot of these guys that have completed it early on. And oh, maybe they came back. Okay, I just see that they're blue. So maybe they're just, yeah. Anyways, yeah, lots of these guys, like if you see that they're not in alliances, they've been gone. Look at this. This guy's been gone for over a year and 45 days. So yeah. Anyways, that's Dark Dimension 1. Dark Dimension 2. I'll have some links posted on my description as well on some key characters for teams, but this one's also pretty much the same, straightforward as well. And it took me longer to get this one done. I was 10,000 because I didn't invest in the right materials. So the biggest advice I can give you guys is the moment you guys turn level 70, you see those uniques that cost 72,000, or they cost like 52 or 50,000 or whatever it was. Yeah, just buy them up. Make sure you're buying them up and using them. I think right now we can check on our store and see if we have anything like that. Yeah, I mean, these materials right here, 72,000. And we don't have any of the other ones. But anyways, we'll jump back to Dark Dimension here. And then, what was my time run like? Not too bad either. I guess kind of in the same ballpark, 9,000. 2 hours. Wasn't really trying to be competitive. I think now we've got so many good teams and people can really finish these runs off. And shout out to this guy here. He's also in our Alliance family. That's amazing. He's rank 3, so that's pretty sweet. And yeah, shout out to you, my man. Anyways, Dark Dimension 3 now. This one actually, we finished not too bad considering we are free to play. I think 1,417. So that's actually pretty good considering we didn't spend any money on the game, but we were smart with our the way we character leveled up. And I mean, there's certain characters that I wouldn't recommend, but we were on the faster end of this. I think there's still a lot of people trying to do Dark Dimension 3. And then of course my time run, 3 days is my best one, and I could probably be better. It's just I'm too lazy to run it again. Right now I'm going through it more for just so you guys can see how I'm going through the nodes right now. But yeah, I mean, really, you really got to just buckle down and set an entire day for Dark Dimension 3, which is like waiting for the perfect RNG, having all the right teams. Like, yeah, it's doable, but like I said, I don't, you're not going to get anything, right? Like, a lot of these guys have done it in less than a day, and that's pretty impressive. But yeah, I mean, for sure, I did it 3 days, and I think that was pretty casual, because I think I got through a few nodes, and then I was like, I'm sick of this game. I'm sick of it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then I basically broke it up into like 4 nodes one day, 4 nodes the next, and then 8 the last, because the city nodes you can blast right through it with a symbiote team. Anyways, that's my ranking there for that. And of course, we haven't done anything in Dark Dimension 4 yet, but you guys are just asking me how close am I, and of course, we're getting close to level 80. So like I said already, we go through the first 3 nodes. It's a good idea to kind of see what people are using, and seems like a lot of people already are using Sinister, which makes sense. I don't see Emma Frost in this first lineup here as much, because if you look, people are smart. They choose one bio, tech, skill, or cosmic, or whatever that category is, and then of course mutant, right? And if you can obtain one character of each trait, that's the best use of your resources for getting into the game fast. So I mean, you can definitely do it, and it doesn't look like you need the best teams. Like, look at this random team of Scream, let's see what we were looking at here. I think we're looking at, whoops, wrong node. But yeah, Scream, Black Widow, Sinister, Ghost, and Thanos. Like, I don't think that's like the perfect team, but it's doable, right? And then of course, once you get into the global nodes, you're limited to 4 characters only. So that's why it's not like in Dark Dimension 3 where you can go in with 1 character. You have to have at least 4 characters. But as you guys see here, I mean, we've got Ghost, we've got Sinister, and I'm not really seeing Emma Frost or Sinister, except for this one here. So we do see them. But yeah, mutant materials, right? That's going to be the restricting factor. And then that's going to go up until node 7. And then node 7, you get into the cosmic nodes. And same thing, right? You got the cosmic characters. And people are picking the cheaper options like Mordu. And some of the Dab Bros are cheaper as well. Characters like Hela are you know, they're more expensive, but I'd say they're definitely worth it. I definitely think they're worth it. And then of course we also have, if you keep going here, we'll get into the city nodes. And again, city characters, like some of these guys didn't even use Carnage. Like, they went for the cheapest options, right? So Scream's actually really cheap. Punisher is on the cheaper side as well, so that makes sense to me. But like I said, I don't know if I would level it just for the sake of speed. You know, you can do it so you can get access to Doom, right? I think that's the intention right now. But anyways, the last set of nodes is the legendaries, and that's the one where I'm trying to hold off on leveling any of these guys up until then, because there's just no point. You don't need to use those resources up there because it's not going to really help you guys out. And like I said, lots of people are picking Maw and Phoenix, which makes sense. And then same with Doc Ock, which also makes sense. And then they're kind of on the fence. Like, I'm seeing Shuri's, I'm seeing Nick Fury's, I'm seeing Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman competes with biomaterials, so I don't know about that. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Jubilee. I might, I don't know. I might think about Jubilee depending on what she can bring to the table. But right now, we're still on the fence about legendaries, and we don't have to think about that for a while. Anyways, guys, so that's it in a nutshell. That's my roster. That's my, let's go back in here. Whoops. That's my roster. That's my collection power. That's, you know, the characters I have unlocked. That's my arena teams, my raids, Dark Dimension. And that's pretty much it. And then there were some questions about power cores. And like I said, just being smart with your objectives and saving them from your arena. That's really the best way to do it. Trying not to do those store refreshes. I've done a few of them trying to aim for materials, and I mean, it gets expensive right away. And if you're free to play, it's better off just to hold off and be patient with it. So that's what I've been doing. Anyways, guys, hopefully this has helped you guys out here, and hopefully it gives you guys an idea of what a 1,139 days player looks like. You know, it's definitely possible to play the game. I think for the most part, MSF has done a pretty good job of keeping it pretty free to play. I played a lot of other games out there, and I'm just bringing up a few here, like you know, Clash Royale, Pokemon Go, and yeah, some of those, yeah, you do have to sometimes spend quite a bit starting out just to kind of stay competitive. But for this one, they've done a good job updating the game and keeping us informed on the characters and all that good stuff. And I think as long as you're playing the game and staying up to date with the updates and trying to do the events, you're gonna progress through the game, right? Just remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Everyone's been there at one point in their time. So I mean, whether you're 500 power level, or you're 1,000, or you're 200k, or you're 20 million, everyone's been there and they've done it. So yeah, anyways, guys, that's all we got for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, stay safe and happy gaming.